Are the Cowboys still the team to beat in the NFC?
Number one. They were number one last
Yeah,
week.
number one.
Well,
Steep fall.
I'd like to educate y'all about something. Very, very important that you understand this. The only thing that's constant in life is change.
True.
As things stay the same, they always change. We understand that. Can't stay still. Got to progress. Got to modify. Got to adjust. And when it comes to the A-list, remember, it's fluid. It's fluid. So the Cowboys might have been the team to beat last week, but I think it's safe to say we don't need to be calling them the team to beat right now, because this past weekend, what did we see? We saw Dak look quite ordinary. Matter of fact, one would argue it might have been the worst performance of Dak Prescott's career. Brother didn't even it was awful. He had over 140 yards passing in the fourth quarter. What about what he did those first three? It was an atrocious performance by Dak Prescott, who didn't look like he was worth all that money that he got paid. That's number one. Number two, Ezekiel Elliott. That's your $90 million man. He ain't in Cabo no longer. He's on the football field in uniform. Now, I understand he's not 100% healthy, and we get all of that. You can't get 1 yard on the 4th and 1. You Ezekiel Elliott. What the hell happened to that? All right. Number three, we got CeeDee Lamb. We got Amari Cooper. We got Wilson. We got Schultz. We got all these dudes dropping passes all over the place like hot piece of butter or something. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness, can't hold on to this. Can't hold on to this. And then we get to that defense. Just when we were talking about Michael Parsons, just when we were talking about Trayvon Diggs, because I love the Diggs. Diggstown, USA. Stephon Diggs, Trayvon Diggs, all right? Diggs going to be in so far. That's according to this man right there. What happened? What did they do? Not only was Trayvon Diggs getting smoked, they were targeting Trayvon Diggs. They were relying on his lack of discipline. They were relying on him saying, let me get off this coverage. Let me try to make a play. You know why? Because he's playing for Big D. And see, Molly, this is where people don't pick this up. And Michael Irvin knows this because he's guilty of this. This man has contaminated this 3-time Super Bowl champion, this Hall of Famer. He has contaminated the Cowboys. Let me tell you how. Because Michael Irvin, as evidenced by that zoot suit he's got on right there. Let me understand something about Michael Irvin. Listen to this.
Just two patterns.
Listen to this. Listen to this, right? What has happened is the Dallas Cowboys, the modern-day Dallas Cowboys, who ain't won a damn thing, feeling themselves, won 6 straight, acting like they Super Bowl champions. What do? They go out there and they wet the bed. See, here's what happened, Michael Irvin. When you talk about Diggs or anybody else, you got this dude addicted to making plays because obviously he likes hearing his name. He likes people giving him that kind of shine. And you want that, right? You want that. Opponents are relying on that lack of discipline in favor of trying to be a hero. They lure the Dallas Cowboys in, and they turn them into a bunch of fragmented individuals. That is what's happened. That's why Michael Irvin got their eyebrows raised. That's why he's worried, because he knows they don't have the discipline to sustain stuff week to week that's going to get you a Super Bowl. And that's all I got to say at this particular moment in time.
I hope Diggs don't hear this and talk all this lack of discipline stuff, because Diggs takes calculated risk at jumping passes. I want him to do that. I want him to hold on to that, because that defense, as we talked about it before, is not good enough to just sit back and stop anybody. I need him to go and make those plays. So stop calling that a lack of discipline. Those are calculated, educated assessment.
That's what it was yesterday? That's what it was yesterday? Calculated, educated? You going to use that on national television?
On that one touchdown play, that was pretty good coverage. That was just a better throw and catch. But it was pretty good coverage. He was right there, and that was a double move. So it wasn't like, okay, lack of discipline, they just beat him on it. He was right there. I want them to keep. Yes, Molly, to answer your question, they are still the team to beat in the NFC. Now, we just talked about the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are still up there as one of the teams to beat. But the Dallas Cowboys
had a tough loss too, though.
Right. They're coming off. But I think the Dallas Cowboys are still the team to beat right now. You're not going to get, and you said it, Stephen A., you're not going to get Dak playing like that anymore. That was the worst game that we've seen Dak play in as long as we can remember. And it will not happen again. And that's why they still Team B.
I just want to make sure I get clarification for the record. Are you saying that when that brother Patrick burnt Diggs, that Diggs was right there? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Diggs was that was good coverage. It was good coverage. And he even turned to see. He turned, and the ball just went right out.
He turned to see, and it was out of reach.
But you act like a discipline, like it was a busted coverage or anything. This is the NFL. You're going to get beat. Deion Sanders got beat. I see you tried to play Deion Sanders got beat.
When did Deion Sanders get beat? What footage do you have? What evidence do you have? Because y'all both my brothers now. He done committed a crime. Hold on, Molly. He just committed a crime on national television. You showed me the video where Deion Sanders got beat. Prime time.
He just took some people down. He was falling a little bit.
Molly, when did Deion Sanders?
There is no man that ever played in the NFL that has not gotten beat.
I have been around for a long time. Show me a video where Deion Sanders got beat.
Oh my God!
Where's that video? Where is it?
Plenty video. You can punch it up. Michael Irvin beating Deion Sanders. It'll come up.
Not like that. Not like that.
He has been beat. And Diggs, don't listen to this stuff, Diggs. Keep playing your game. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep making those calculated, educated risks at getting intercepted.
Let me tell you something right now. Let's get back to the product. I see you beat with Deion Sanders with something underneath. Ain't nobody get by Deion Sanders like Patrick did against Dick yesterday.
Ain't nobody you gonna run by him now.
Ever. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.